Okay, my name's David Derbyshire. I'm a community developer. I work in Hamilton on the Neighborhood Action Strategy. It's been my privilege for the last 13 years to work in a number of neighborhoods in Hamilton that have traditionally been identified by their challenges. And what we've attempted to do during this time is to get to know the people who live in the neighborhood, build relationships with the people who live in the neighborhood, but those relationships are built on getting to know their strengths, their assets, their gifts. What do they like about their neighborhood? What are their hopes and dreams for their families and themselves within the neighborhood? And then what are some of the things that they would like to change in their neighborhood? And then help them engage other neighbors that have similar ideas and come up with a plan to address an item, an issue that they have identified. But the root of it all is the assets that people have and how they can work with their assets, bring additional assets into the picture, and use those assets to address the challenges. Well, I guess that was about 5 or 6. Time flies when you're having fun, Larry. So how long ago? I'll say 5 or 6 years ago, but it's probably closer to 8 or 9. But it was, again, a conference that Tamarack was putting on, their Vibrant Communities program.
And the work has some resonance for you.
Yes, most definitely, most definitely. So we attended that conference. It was a 4 or 5 day conference as well. And really got to see, for me it was about the opportunity to come together with people that spoke the same language, that put the emphasis on the same syllable, if you will. Because the work that we do using asset-based community development, it's different. There's not a lot, and at the time in Hamilton there weren't a lot of other people that were doing similar kinds of work. So it was an opportunity to come together with like-minded, like-thinking, get some new ideas, exchange some ideas, and just help move what we were attempting to do, help move it along. I think there's a growing realization of that. I think the real challenge is the amount of time that it may take to do that effectively, because it isn't a short-term fix. This is a long-term commitment, and we've been fortunate in Hamilton that we've had a funder, the Hamilton Community Foundation, who see the value of this work and recognize that it's a long-term commitment, it's messy work, but it's probably the most gratifying work I've ever done. Yes, well, what happened was the Hamilton Roundtable on Poverty Reduction was sort of an offshoot. The Growing Roots, so this all started with the Hamilton Community Foundation's Growing Roots Strengthening Neighborhoods program, which informed the foundation about the depths of the challenge of poverty within our city. And so from that, the Poverty Roundtable evolved. So the Poverty Roundtable was created based on some of the information that was coming to the foundation and the city through the Growing Roots Strengthening Neighborhoods program. Oh, it's always wonderful to hear John McKnight. This is my annual John McKnight Fix. I'm a John McKnight junkie. I find him so inspiring and so motivational. I always find a way to come back every year to get that fix of John McKnight. And I've been doing it for 20 years. My respect for John is tremendous, and it's only grown over the year. Very much so, very much. Again, it's people that speak the same language, people that are doing some similar things, but some very different things, and it's an opportunity to, we won't call it plagiarize, but borrow, or we won't say steal either, but to be influenced.
Repurpose.
Yes, repurpose, excellent word. Some of the things that other people are doing, and putting the Hamilton spin on it, because again, this work isn't one size fits all. What's successful in London or in Vancouver or in Ann Arbor, Michigan might need some tweaking in order to be Hamiltonized, in order to fit with the neighborhoods with which I'm working. So this is an opportunity to look at that and to be able to tweak things a little bit. Well, I think one of our big struggles right now is deepening our involvement in the communities. You know, we talk about neighborhoods as these nice, cuddly little small areas, but when you get into a neighborhood, you recognize there's 15,000 people that live here. There's 20,000 people who live here. And yeah, we've engaged a small portion of that population. You know, so what are some strategies? And I never look at solutions. The solution isn't a solution until it's implemented, right? So I look for strategies, things that people are doing, and how we can bring those things into our neighborhood and see if they work. It's a strategy until it works. Once it works, it's a solution, and we'll move on with it.